Life is not a Bond movie. A lot of men, when they think about approaching women, they think about the best way. They think about approaching the girl in the smoothest way possible. Well, they roll up like James Bond or something, and the girl just agrees to whatever they say. But if you think that game in pickup is smooth, you're completely wrong. It is a rocky road, and guys, you have to crawl through the mud when you want to learn game in pickup. Now, with this, I want to share a personal story. Now, this is a story of my second pull in Singapore. And guys, the first pull was a little easy because it was, once in a blue moon kind of a thing. But the second pull, and by pull I mean taking the girl home from the club, it was extremely hard. I remember first I was waiting in lines to get in the club. Maybe it took me like an hour to get inside. And I met this really attractive girl in the club. And I'm talking to her and I'm vibing with her. And she's a little tipsy, alright? She's a little tipsy. She's talking to me. She's flirting with me. But she's also flirting with other men over there. And I'm like, okay, this is new. This has never happened to me. And I'm talking to her. And guys, I created enough attraction that we hooked up. We started making out in the club. And as soon as I took her outside, she met her ex-boyfriend. Alright, she met her ex-boyfriend. Her ex-boyfriend was also tipsy and he got into an argument with me. And guys, I was a 17-year-old nerd kid, got inside the club with some contacts, and I was not supposed to be there. And it was my first or the second experience going inside the club, and it was like kind of horrible because I was alone with this random girl and this ex-boyfriend who wants to beat the shit out of me, and he's a big guy, alright? And he's threatening me, you fucking Indian and all of that bullshit. And I'm looking at him and I'm like, okay, I really want to pull this girl now because of course the guy's also angry at me. And I'm talking to the girl and I'm like, hey, why don't we get some water? Let's go. I take her to the 7-Eleven and the guy follows us. The guy tells his friend to follow us, alright? So there are like 3-4 people following us till the 7-Eleven. I go to the 7-Eleven, I'm like, hey, listen, I have a better plan. Why don't we just leave to my place? We'll order something. We'll order some food over there. And the girl is like, my ex-boyfriend is there. I hope he doesn't see us. And I'm like, hey, listen, no one is going to see you. Don't worry. As soon as I go to the cab place where we get the cabs over there, it was Clucky. And as soon as we go there, she meets another friend. And I'm like, as soon as I think that the trouble is clear, the coast is clear and I can take this girl home, there's another guy who pops in. So pickup is not easy. Pickup is not easy at all. And this other guy who pops in, he had a fucking restaurant over there, right? He comes up, he's like, guys, what are you doing over here? Hey, how are you? And this girl knew him from before. The guy asked me how I knew her, and I was like, we're carpooling it to the same location. Basically, we live nearby. And that was my reply to him because I didn't want the girl to feel judged in front of her friend. And the friend was like, hey, why don't you just come to my restaurant? Why don't we, have some food over there and all that? And I just told him, hey man, listen, we already ordered some food inside my house. So it's gonna come by the time we reach there. And the girl is like, no, it's all right. We can chill with him for a while. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm trying to take this girl home. First I met the ex-boyfriend's friends follow me. Right, getting inside the club was a hassle. Now I have to take this girl home and this fucking friend meets me, and definitely there was nothing going on between them. It was like a platonic friendship. But again, it was a waste of fucking time, right? I was sitting there and I was talking to the guy and I had no interest in talking to him. And I'm talking to the guy. I'm trying to misdirect him. I'm trying to talk to him. So I'm sitting there. I'm talking to the guy and I'm just seeing what's the nature of relationship between both of them. And then the girl is suddenly like, hey, listen, I just want to go to the restroom. And that was my cue. Guys, that was my cue to take this girl home. The girl went to the restroom. Alright, the guy's talking to me. I just stood up. I'm like, hey, I just need to go to the restroom as well. I go to the restroom. I hook up with her again over there. And then I just tell her, hey, listen, it's time to leave from here. We have wasted enough time. And with that sexual vibe, I was able to pull her. But, guys, it was not a smooth flow. It was not like a girl is buying a drink at the bar. I'm walking up to her like James Bond, talking to her and taking her home easily. It's not like that. Alright? It was a rocky road and most of my pickups have been like this, guys. So if you expect pickup to be smooth, if you want the best way, there is no best way, alright? There is no best way. It's just you have to crawl through the mud, you have to deal with all the objections, you have to deal with the element of randomness, which is the external world out there. But some things are completely out of your control and you have to manage and you have to control the things that are actually in your control if you want your game to be good. So let's talk about how to approach a girl like a gentleman. Now, a lot of guys, when they think about being a gentleman, they think about being nice. And guys, that's not the case. A gentleman is a chivalrous, courteous, and an honorable man, but he is not always the nice guy. Alright, so get this persona of a gentleman out of your head, which has been fed to you by the social conditioning, by movies, by Bollywood, by Hollywood. Because at the end of the day, satisfying all our emotional needs is being gentlemanly. Now, in the movies, everything is extreme. Everything has been amplified way too much. Like you see like a guy going on a date with a suit, bringing some flowers for the girl, a guy, looking at the girl, approaching her in a completely James Bondish vibe. And guys, that's not the reality. That's just the movies. So stay away from the movies. The reality, the ground reality is completely different. You walk up to the girl, sometimes the boyfriend pops in. All right, this happened on a boot camp. You walk up to a girl, sometimes she's not interested. You walk up to a girl, sometimes her friends pop in. Now all of these things happen, guys. All of these things happen when you're talking to that beautiful girl. It's not like the girl is just going to be standing alone in the bar looking at you while you approach her like a gentleman and you sweep her off her feet. That does not usually happen. Might happen once in a blue moon if you're doing game 365 days a year, but if you're not, it generally does not happen. So do not, guys, do not, I stress on it a lot, do not expect game to be smooth, do not expect game to be just easy. All right, do not expect all of those things, because you'd be heartbroken. Your expectations would not be met, because game is a rocky road. It's an emotional roller coaster, and you gotta enjoy that roller coaster. All right, it's not a train ride. It's not a smooth train ride. It's in fact a roller coaster which is gonna freak you out sometimes. It's gonna feel amazing sometimes. It's gonna feel exciting sometimes. But you gotta love all those emotions. So without wasting more time, let's talk about how to approach a girl like a gentleman. So the first thing is, do not invade her personal space. Now I see a lot of guys who are newbies, who are new guys learning pickup, who are maybe 2-3 years down the line as well, who are learning game. When they approach a girl, they're approaching her, but they're getting too much into her face. They're getting too much into her personal space. And what happens if you do that? The girl gets creeped out. The girl, she backs off a little. There's a hesitation you can see. There's discomfort that you can see. So guys, when you're approaching a girl, it's always like 2 steps forward and 1 step back. Alright, you gotta maintain that distance so that she can see you clearly, and apart from that, she doesn't feel threatened. Now, there are a few hacks that will help you overcome this problem. For example, one of them I discovered was, whenever I'm talking to a girl, if I'm shaking her hand, to always pull her towards me. This will make her feel less threatened. Alright, but if you walk up to her and if you walk up in her face, she's going to be like, who the fuck are you? Please stay away. Please stay away. And I've seen this with a lot of guys. Every night I go out, I see this, all right? Every night I go out, I see people approaching girls. Maybe they're drunk. Maybe they're socially not calibrated enough. Whatever the reason might be, they're just walking up to the girl and they're just walking up in her face. Guys, never do that, because then you're invading her personal space. And how I generally do an approach is I double tap the girl, I take a step back, she looks at me, she knows, okay, this is the guy who's talking to me, and then I start speaking to her. Rather than just going inside her and be like, hey, what's your name? Hey, how are you? Would you come home with me? It's not like that, all right? It's not like that. It's not invading her personal space. So you might not be aware about that. A lot of guys are not aware about that. This is what they're doing, because they're operating from within their heads. They're thinking, okay, this approach is going to be really hard, all right? The girl is going to reject me. They're going through so many thoughts that they completely overlook how the girl is feeling. They're not able to be socially calibrated enough to judge her emotions, what she's going through. So always be more attentive to what kind of emotions is the girl going through. If she's going through discomfort, take a step back, all right? Take a step back, focus on building that comfort and trust rather than pushing over there. So it's always 2 steps front, 1 step back. Now, if you want to approach like a gentleman, you have to understand a gentleman knows his true value. There are very few gentlemen among all the men. So a gentleman knows his true value, and when he's approaching a girl, he'll always be more calm and centered, already. He'll be more calm and centered because he knows what value he has to offer on the table. And guys, if you want to approach like a gentleman, write down 10 things that you can offer to a girl, all right? Don't go there just thinking that, okay, this is a conversation, I'm going to disturb her. Maybe I'm taking something out of the conversation. Maybe I'm, leeching some fun out of the interaction. And if you really want to approach like a gentleman, when you approach, remain calm and centered, all right? Remain calm, remain centered. Don't be jittery, don't be anxious. And even if you're anxious, point it out that you're anxious. Tell her that you're anxious. Tell her that she's making you nervous, because that is automatically going to make you more calm, more centered, because you have nothing to hide anymore. All right, and whenever a gentleman approaches, he's definitely more calm and centered because he knows what value he brings on the table. So for that reason, I'll always suggest write down 10 things that you can offer to a girl, and these should be non-monetary things. For example, positive emotions, a genuine conversation, some genuine care, maybe a new perspective, right? Different things that you can offer to a girl. And guys, these things are ever changing as you grow up in life. All right, so what I could offer to a girl back when I was 17 is probably way more what I could offer to a girl now. So, write down these 10 things, what you can offer to a girl. So, read this before you go for a gaming session or your approaching session. And I don't want you to think that you're leeching something out of the interaction. I don't want you to feel that you have nothing to offer. Because if you go there like that, if you go there with the mindset that you have nothing to offer, you will always feel that you're disturbing her. Maybe the people around will beat you up. Maybe you're disturbing her when she's talking to her friends. Maybe she's having an important conversation. I don't want to disturb her. And all of these thoughts are going to come to your head if you really don't know your true value. Another thing you can do is just be more socially calibrated if a girl is with her friends. Now, I see a lot of guys who are learning pickup, who are learning cold approach, just going there and just being like, hey, man, her friends sort of cock-blocked me. Her friends, sort of pushed me away or didn't let her talk to me. And that generally happens if you have a hostility mindset. If you have a mindset that, okay, I'm talking to this girl, I hope no one figures this out. I hope the guys the guys with her don't catch me doing this. And if you have that kind of a mindset, what will happen is the friends are automatically going to be hostile towards you because you're going to act in a way with them, not with the girl, but with her friends. You're going to act in a way where you're going to be disrespectful. You're going to not talk to them. Probably you're going to try to cock block them. But guys, you have to understand, people are not going out with the mindset of just game, alright? People are going out with the mindset of having fun. So if you're a guy who's having fun, if you're a guy who has a collaborative mindset that, okay, she's out with her friends, she's definitely out there to have fun, and I'm a guy who can offer a lot of value, so why would her friends be angry? Why would her friends not want her to meet a cool guy? Alright, if you think like that, then of course your approach is going to be a lot different than how it would be if you think about the friends being hostile. Alright, that's why you get cock-blocked by girls, and I want to share a personal story with this. I was in a boot camp in Bangalore, right, and there was this girl, there was two girls and one guy. I approached one girl, and the guy is sort of coming in the middle initially, and I start talking to the guy, I start building rapport with the guy, and the guy became my really good friend. He helped me pull that girl from the club, alright, even though the girl had a boyfriend, which the other girl knew, and the other girl was being extremely hostile with me. And the guy helped me pull that girl from the club. He was like, hey, you're not in a good relationship. This guy's a nice guy, alright? This guy's a decent guy. I've met him, I've spoken to him. And the other girl is like, no, you shut the fuck up, It was complete chaos. It was complete chaos, but guys, I enjoy that chaos, alright? I went home with that girl and I realized that, you have to have a collaborative mindset. You have to have a collaborative mindset with people. And if you think that the girl is going to cock block you, the girl is going to be defensive about her friend, that's because you're not engaging her. That's because you're completely letting her out of the conversation. And definitely, if I'm going out with my friend, some random dude pops up and starts talking to my friend for 20 minutes and I'm just fucking standing there, I'm going to be like, hey man, you should fucking leave. You should probably leave. Because I don't want to be standing there and just talking to my friend while someone else is taking her or his time. Alright? So, you're probably not engaging them because you're thinking they'll automatically be hostile towards you if you approach their friend. So always have a collaborative mindset when you're approaching someone. Now guys, at the end I also want to show you a small breakdown of an approach that I really liked from a TV show. But before that, I want to give you another golden nugget. Guys, remove our social pressure. Remove the responsibility from the girl's shoulder. I see a lot of guys, going to the date thinking that the girl will take the lead. The girl will figure out the place. The girl will probably lead me to the location where we're going to be intimate. Guys, that really never happens. Alright, that really never happens. You have to take the responsibility from the girl's shoulder to your shoulder because you don't want her to feel like a slut. You don't want her to feel easy. And apart from the responsibility, you also have to remove the social pressure. And I see a lot of guys who learn about game and pick up and they're like, hey, I want to do direct game. I want to do direct game because I learned about the skill and direct game works better than indirect game. Guys, first thing you have to understand, it's a whole another topic for another video, but there is direct and indirect does not really matter. What matters is getting the result. So a lot of guys learn about this and they're like, okay, I'm going to just go up to her. I'm going to be extremely direct. And what they do is, they go up to a girl in a conservative place, right? Or to a conservative girl who has a conservative social conditioning. They walk up to her in a crowded place and they're like, hey, I sort of like you. You look cute. What's your name? Now, if you do that, guys, even if the girl thinks that you're a cool guy, even if the girl is physically attracted to you, she will be forced to reject you because, first of all, you have to understand it's not just the conservative place, alright? It's not just the crowded place. She also feels that, okay, if I talk to this guy, people might judge me all around. If I talk to this guy, I might seem like an easygoing girl. And guys, because of that, even if she wants to talk to you, she has to reject you at that point of time. And that's not a very gentlemanly way of approaching a girl because you have to understand at the end of the day, this is a country, it's a conservative country. And if you're approaching a girl in the daytime, maybe in a tier 3 city, You cannot be that direct. Even if you are that direct, you have to be more socially calibrated. Just don't walk up to her and be like, hey, you're cute, I saw you and I want to talk to you. That is going to put a lot of social pressure on her to reject you. Now, that being said, let's talk about when you're in the conversation. Now, I see a lot of guys, when they're in the conversation, they're trying to talk to a girl and they're becoming over pushy. They're pushing for a coffee date, they're pushing for a water date, they're pushing for a pull. And guys, one thing you have to understand is you can see whether the girl is interested in you or not with the indicators of interest and the disindicators of interest, basically body language movements. And we have made a video on that. I'll add a link over here so you can just click on that link and check out that video as well. So you can see and you can judge whether the girl is interested in you or not. And I see a lot of people when they're trying to learn game, maybe the initial first 3 years, they go to the field, they start talking to a girl, and they just aim for taking her home just because they have initiated that conversation. They don't want to do another open. They just want to take that girl home, even if that girl is not interested in them. And what happens with that is they become over pushy. They start invading her personal space. They become over pushy, and it comes out as neediness, that the guy is needy and the guy is trying to take them home. And apart from that, it also happens with a lot of people who are learning game. Maybe it has happened with you. Definitely has happened with me. When you're approaching a girl with her friends, you start hitting on each one of them. Already you start hitting on each one of them. And guys, this is not a good way of attracting any girl, because all of the girls will judge you as a creep. All of the girls will judge you as a guy who just goes out, hits on multiple women. And there's no bad thing about that at the end of the day. There is no bad thing, but no one is going to sleep with you. Alright, just because you became overly needy, you didn't have one fixed target, and you were flirting with each and every girl. Now, at the end of the day, even if I'm going out today, I'll be approaching a girl, I'll be flirting with her friends, but it's going to be more like teasing rather than sexual flirting. While I'll just be flirting with the main target girl that I'm talking to, rather than, just being flirtatious with each and every one, because that's going to appear extremely needy. Another thing about a gentleman approach that you'll see in the TVs, that you'll see in the episodes, is when a gentleman walks to a woman, he assumes that attraction. He walks with confidence, he walks with ease, because he assumes that the girl is going to be attracted to him. At the end of the day, a gentleman knows his true value, alright? He knows that what he can offer to a girl, probably 99% of the men out there cannot offer. So he walks with ease when he's walking to the girl, and apart from that, he assumes that the girl is going to be attracted to him. And that is a big one, because why wouldn't the girl be attracted to him? Why wouldn't the girl be attracted to a guy who's a gentleman? Why won't a girl be attracted to a guy who has a lot to offer? And with this, I also want to show you a slight scene from an episode, and it really caught my eye how the approach was. And in this scene, you will see how a gentleman is not always a nice guy.
Un asti spumante, per favore.
Oh, you're drinking alone. This is in Rome, not in the law, eh?
Ma è legale infastidire una donna.
Oh.
Parla molto bene l'italiano.
Grazie.
Cosa fa?
So I hope you enjoyed the scene. And guys, before I end the video, I want to share a personal story, alright? I want to share a personal story of how I met a really good friend, and how his approach was completely like a gentleman, and that's why we became extremely good friends. And I was hitting on his girl initially, okay? I met his girl, I was hitting on his girl, and his girl was really pretty. So I was hitting on the girl, and we were vibing, alright? We were vibing, and I took her number. I looked back, and there's this extremely big guy, like, he's too big, alright? So there's this extremely big guy, tattooed. He comes to me, he's like, hey man. I'm like, fuck man, I'm gonna get beaten today. I'm gonna get beaten to a pulp. So I look at him, I'm like, hey man, what's up? He's like, were you talking to my girl? I'm like, yeah, I was talking to your girl. If I would have known that she was your girl, I probably would not have spoken to her. Or maybe I would have, I don't know. The guy comes, he's like, hey man, you like a nice guy. Alright, I really appreciate your honesty. All I want you to do is delete that number that you've gotten, and I'll buy you a drink. I'm like, hey, I don't really need a drink, but if you want, I'll delete that number. Since such a big guy, alright, such a big guy who could have whooped my ass easily, comes up to me, and he's in UFC. So he comes up to me, and he's just talking to me very politely. He's talking to me extremely politely, and he's just being a gentleman about it. So who am I to hit on his girl? So I just talked to him, and I'm like, alright man, I'll just delete the number. And funny enough, they broke up after that. They broke up, and we became really good friends. I invite him to parties, he invites me to parties. We've been going out together, and it's been a good time, alright? So that's how we build networking connections as well. Now, apart from that, guys, I also have a gift for you. If you guys really want to learn about conversation skills, if you guys really want to learn about communication skills, how to talk to a woman, and how to work on your verbal game, how to get that verbal game mastery, all you need to do is download the free ebook that we have. For that, click the link in the description below, go to the website, sign in with your email and your full name, and you'll get that ebook in your email. This is your coach Arnav, and I'll see you in the field.